Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Band Journals, and I am going to be starting a new journal making series over on my Patreon. So every month this year I am aiming to do a start to finish journal making series, and for July I will be doing an Alice in Wonderland themed journal. So I've got this kit here from Artie Mays, so I'll link her down below in the description box, and she's got many beautiful themed kits in her Etsy. I've got quite a few of them. I've got Dragonfly, I've got Autumn and Sunflower. Off the top of my head, those are some that I've got. And yeah, Alice in Wonderland is a theme that I've done previously, but I am going to be making a couple of gifts with this theme, and so I've printed them out again, and I'll give you a look at the kit and some of the other things that I've got that I'll be using. So this will be the cover, and that was the cover of another one of the journals. So then we have these pages, and I thought in this video I'd show you how I print it out and how I use digital kits. So I do mine double-sided so that these can be the pages in the journal, but another idea of course is to have it printed on coffee dyed paper or cream paper so that you don't need to do the double siding. Another idea is to do, so what I do is the feature page on the front and sort of the writing page on the back, but you could have two writing pages back to back or front to back. And that these are just different tips of ways to extend the kit. So I believe I've got 7 or 8 pages from the kit as my feature pages in the journal. That's all I need for a single signature journal. But if you're doing like a multi-signature journal and you want more feature pages, then I would do this page back to back, for example, all of the blank ones. And that will double your kit. So this I'll do front to back as well. So it's a great way to extend the kit and really make use of all of the elements. So another way I do that is you often print out the ephemera part twice, and I'll print it out one copy on thicker paper, so 200 GSM paper, and then the rest, the second copy I'll print out on normal 80 GSM paper. And that is what this is. So 80 GSM, your normal copy paper weight. I'm using a laser printer at my old work, so it's a big office multi-tiered printer, so that's how I get this kind of print quality. But yeah, so another way that I extend it is by printing it all the ephemera on twice, one on 200 GSM, one on 80 GSM, and then what that allows me to do is for the 200 GSM, that gives me my tags and journal cards, so it's a thicker weight to write on the back of. And then with the more paper weight, the lighter paper weight, I use this one to make pockets, or I can do tags and journal cards as well. But what I'll do is I'll sew that onto coffee dye paper just to give it extra weight. I mean, there's no problem if you only have 80 GSM paper. I've done that in the past. Use what you have. No problem using thinner paper for journal cards and tags. I personally like something a bit thicker though, that's all. So if I only have 80 GSM paper, that's great. I'll just print everything on 80 GSM paper, and then I will cut it out and sew it onto cream paper or coffee dyed paper just to give it that extra weight, and it feels more fun for me to journal on something a bit thicker like that. But for example, with these, I would print this out on 80 GSM paper, cut it out, fold it up, and that is your envelope. But on the 200 GSM paper, I have a journal card here, and I have a journal card here. Or that could be a pocket, that could be a pocket. So I'm getting 2 uses out of the one piece, if that makes sense. Same with here. I can cut this out, use it as an envelope. I can also cut it out a second time and use just this middle part as a journal card. Lovely piece there. And then my tags, again, multiple uses. I can print these out twice. One time I can use it as tags to go in pockets or paper clip it in the journal. But another way is to sew it directly onto the page, say down here, and then you have a nice tuck spot coming over here. or sew it here and here and here, and then you have a side loading top pocket. So that's another way you can do that. Same with all of these. You could cut these out and turn them into journal cards, or sew them down here, down here, down here, side loading pocket, or down here, and then you have a wider pocket there. Again here, use it as a journal card, or sew it down here, 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 and then it's a top loading pocket. So lots and lots of ways to use these, multiple ways. It's just a great way to make use of a kit and really, you know, get the most out of it, basically. I love using these ones too. So we've got here these tickets. You could individually cut these out, paper clip them in, or turn them into a pocket. So across here, 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 and then it's a side loading pocket, or here, 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 side loading there. Or another way to do it, for me, I'll cut out this whole row and then sew it here, 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 top loading pocket, or here, here, here. Sorry, bottom loading pocket, top loading pocket. These are little tabs. And then here again, I might cut out these individually or keep it long, sew it down here, 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 side loading pocket. Same with this, could cut it out individually, staple it to the top of a page or something, or I can cut out the whole row and then sew here, 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 and then it's a bottom loading pocket. So that's why I print it out multiple times, so I can use it in every little way. So I can use these individually and use it as a pocket. And then here, these are like little belly bands. You could just cut it straight if you wanted and you didn't like this part here. And then it doesn't have to necessarily then be a belly band in the middle of the page. It could be just a pocket on the side of the page. Again here, could be pockets, could be journal cards. Could be pockets, could be journal cards, same sort of thing. Could be a very large pocket or a very large tag. And again, could be smaller journal cards, or fold them up to make the envelopes. These ones, again, slide them into a pocket or stitch around here, 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 side loading pocket. So that's just a little look at how I print them out and how I can use them, how I like to use them in different ways, just to give you some ideas, because you can really extend a kit. You don't have to just print it once and use it all in one way. You can format it and print them in different ways and use them in different ways and use them in all of the ways if you really want to make a big chunky journal, just using a kit. Very versatile. This is how I design my kits as well, so that you can format them and change the way that you print them, and so that way you can use them in multiple ways. So that's just a look at how I do it. This kit is the Alice in Wonderland paper kit or pages kit, and then there's the add-on kit as well, which is separate for the ephemera. But yeah, you can check that out if you want to go look at Artie Maze's Etsy shop. I have this Alice in Wonderland book that I thrifted just from the op shop. I love that it has the images, and I do have a printable kit in my Etsy of these images. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. These are in the public domain, so I could use that kit too, and I have used that in the past, but I've got an original here, so I'm going to use the original pages from here to add as some feature pages and just flip into pockets and things like that. I could even cut out some of these images and turn them into journal cards themselves. But an example here, I've already got a few ready to go to add as feature pages and things. These are from various other Alice in Wonderland books that I had in my stash as well. Here's a sneak peek at some of the pages that I prepared. We've got coffee note pages, all different types, doilies, envelopes, pocket pages, all things like that. So ready to go, and yeah, this is the intro video to this new series. I'll go ahead and cut out these pages, and then once I've done that, we will do a start to finish series making this journal over on my Patreon. If you're interested in joining over there, it's just a way to support my channel, and yeah, couldn't do this without you guys putting up a daily video for you. This is my full-time job as a creative and YouTuber, so I am super thankful, super thankful to all my dear patrons. And so if you would like to join this series and all my other start to finish series over on my Patreon, January I believe it was a Daphne's Diary journal, February I believe it was a bird journal. We did a whole bunch of Edith Holden journals, paper bag journal, envelope journal, and book journal. So this is a new series I want to do to show how to use a digital kit if you're not sure about how to do that. Of course, I already have videos as well on my channel with that as well. I make sure that anything that goes on my Patreon you have first on my channel, and then patrons get extra. So yeah, I hope that was all made sense. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat below. And yeah, this is for the lowest tier of patrons at the Sapphire tier, and going up, the Ruby tier gets every printable kit from my Etsy. The next tier up from that is the Willow Life Marco Polo group, where we are doing the Intentional Life course together. You get access to the Intentional Life course workbook, and it's just a way for us to stay connected with ladies from around the world, sharing our love of journaling and creativity and self-discovery, and just doing life together over there on Marco Polo. The tier after that is the mail tier, where you get my printables sent out to you, and the final tier after that is the diamond tier, where you get a journal each month. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and let me know in the comments, if you feel so inclined, what creative project you are working on. I would be keen to hear what project you're working on, because this year I've been very systematic, very methodical with my projects, working with themes in set times. So, you know, the bird theme, then we did the Edith Holden theme. I'm currently working on the vintage French theme, and now I'm working with the Alice theme. And then after that, I think I want to do some botanical ones, and I really want to do some fairy ones. Really not sure if I'm going to get to that this year. But anyway, I'm very methodical at the moment, so I feel like I need to hear other ideas of what other people are doing. Anyway, I am rambling, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this intro. If you want to see the rest of this start to finish journal making series, feel free to head on over to my Patreon for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in June. I could not do this without you, so thank you so much for helping me do this channel and be a full-time creative. If you would like to become a patron, there is a link to my Patreon down below in the description box, where you get access to extra videos and printables and mail and journals, depending on what tier that you would like to support me at. You can also check my journaling courses down below in the description box, and all the different places to find me there too.